Right, hello again, welcome to Mixed Lakeside Railway number 68. Right, on this video I'm going to put TTS in two of the Hornby Britannias. 70 000 is Britannia and 70013 Oliver Cromwell. So both going to be fitted with iPhone speakers, so keep watching and I'll show you how it's done. Well, this is the two locos that I'm going to do. Here's the Britannia 7000 and this is Oliver Cromwell. Right, let's get them on the bench and I'll show you what we're going to do. Right, this is Oliver Cromwell and this is Britannia. Right, to take the body off, 2 screws at the front here, take the bogie off, and underneath that you'll find a screw to undo the body. Now with the Britannia you've got this arm coming down here which sits up underneath the body. When you take the body off, make sure that these come away so that you don't damage these arms. You've got one either side. Now with Oliver Cromwell, got the same again, got the 2 arms, one either side, hooks onto here. But also Oliver Cromwell, you've got the speedo drive. You need to undo that. If you've got the Hornby tool, it makes it a lot easier. Undo that so you don't damage this, and again say lift the body off but make sure these parts drop down. Right, 2 screws, the bogey's off, and there's the screw you want to undo the body. Right, speedo drive has been disconnected using the Hornby tool and the front screw is coming out. Now right, to take these off now, the body, now these side arms, these now have actually dropped down, are seated in, they've stayed put, which it didn't do on the Britannia. So right, drop the body down, slide her out, put the body to one side. Right, that's what we got. Right, you can see these here, which these actually sit on these 2 bits that stick out on the bodies. Just make sure when they go back in, they're in. Right, what I will do, I will cut all this off. This is the TV suppressors. Take all this off, and now with a normal decoder that sits inside the chassis. I insulated this when I put the normal decoder in, which was a Hornby one. Insulated that, the decoder sits in there. Now with the new one, with the sound decoder, that's going to be too big. As you can see, won't even go in it that way, and if you try putting it in the other way, it slots in but it sticks up too high, so you can't do that. So what I will do, I will take this one out, cut these off, I'll put the 8-pin in here, insulate over it, and then do it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the big speaker off on the TTS, and I'm going to install a single speaker iPhone. Right, bear with me. Right, the 8-pin's been plugged in under there, covered with insulation tape so that none of the circuitry of the decoder touches any of the metal on there. Also, I've put insulation tape around the part of the chassis here and also around these parts here. The decoder now the decoder now will sit on the top. So a bit of insulation tape on here around here just in case anything touches off the board, and insulation tape here and on the decoder. The wires are then pushed down into the hole. These are my speaker wires. I'm going to wire these up to the iPhone speaker. So we're almost done. Right, that's the TV suppressor taken out, and there's the wires connected up, bit of heat shrink, and now the 8-pin will sit on top of this. Right, with the tender, I've drilled a hole just behind the plug in front of the axle. This is where my speaker wires will come out. Right, to get the tender off, you've got 2 screws in here. Right, that's your tender. Now the iPhone speaker is going to go in like so. I'll put some sticky pads underneath, put the speaker in there, and what I've done with this also is I've drilled six small holes on the chassis of the tender for the sound to come out. The iPhone speaker gives quite a decent sound, so that's all you need. So right, what I'll do is I'll put the speaker in, some sticky pads, and I'll show you how it looks. Right, that's the iPhone speaker inside on the sticky pads just at the front to raise it up. And then what I've done is I've passed the wires through into the chassis, and then that will go into the loco. So what I'll do now is I'll screw the tender top back on and then assemble it onto the loco. Just bear with me. Right, tender body's back on, wires are connected up, red and black wire obviously for the speakers. Joint those up, push the wires down at the top, and I've just secured the wires on the side with a bit of insulation tape. Right, what I'll do now is I'm just going to give it a try just to make sure the sound's okay, and then we'll get the body back on and then see if it'll run and whether any of the CVs have got to be changed. Right, all in, give it a switch on. Right, sounds there. Right, I won't have it running until I get the body on because I don't want to miss in line the speedo drive. But as you can see, that's on, steamed Now I think that's pretty good. So those 6 holes drilled in the chassis seem to have done the job. Right, bear with me, I'll put the body on, then we give it a run on track, see whether we've got to change any of the CVs. So there it is there, and the red wires, what I will do is once the body's on, I'll just paint those black so you can't see them. So bear with me. Right, that's all our Conwell. Sounds on. Speedo drive's all back on, and the side arms, they're all back on. So program 1713, and here we have Britannia. No Speedo drive on this one. Arms are all in. That's the Britannia starting up. Right, just try the guard's whistle. Very good. Right. Right. Let's try Oliver Cromwell's whistle. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the CV and bring the sound up a bit. Just bear with me. Right, CV 182. Let's bring this up to 6. That's better. Now we try the guard's whistle. That's a lot better. Yeah. Right, set them both at 6. Right, let's see how she runs and see whether or not we've got to change any of the CVs. Britannia first. Well, that's on 2, that's on number 1. Well, that's not bad at all. that's not bad. Haven't had to change any of the CVs on either of these. So quite pleased with that. So well, that's about it. So there you go, TTS sound in the Humvee Britannias. Right, well, keep watching, and oh, one other thing is the we've got the Humvee awards coming up for 2019. Yeah, the Humvee Awards 2019 are coming up. Be much appreciated if you can go on to the www Humvee magazine and click on the awards. Lakeside is in there. Would appreciate your vote for the best layout over the 12-month period on the Humvee. So would be much appreciated. So don't forget www.Humvee magazine competitions. Just click onto the awards and scroll down, answer the questions on the best model, best coach, etc., and then you'll find the layouts, photograph of all the 12 pictures of the layouts that had been on the magazines last year, and Lakeside is number 6. Be much appreciated for your vote, and just to see how it does against the rest of the layouts. Well, thanks very much. Comments welcome, and thanks to those who subscribed recently. So please keep watching. Bye for now.